Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Please join me in standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thanks, everybody. Good morning. Welcome back. We're so very glad to have you back here with us. Let's give ourselves a round of applause. Welcome back. So we have an all-star lineup of folks today who have messages to deliver, but I want to start by saying a few words about the Pledge of Allegiance, which is something that we say, and what purpose it serves here. So to me, the purpose that the Pledge of Allegiance serves every morning is as an affirmation of our unity at the start of every day. I understand that pledging allegiance is not something that everyone wants to do. For instance, if you are not American, you might find it quite odd to do this. So I want to be clear that you are not obliged to recite the Pledge of Allegiance. You might want to do so as a recognition that as an ideal, America embodies the hope that you can choose how to govern yourselves and keep choosing that so that it continues in theory to work. And right now and continually, perhaps particularly because it's imperfectly realized, this is a concept that has a lot of importance for the world. But I do not believe in making people state a belief in something unless they believe it or wish to. So what I ask of you is that when conditions allow for it, you stand with the community while the pledge is spoken. Standing is a sign of respect for the people around you and for our school. And I think standing together has power, both actually and symbolically, as a way to start the day. So there are other things that we can do that have maybe similar effects, and I look forward to exploring those with you too. In the meantime, thank you for engaging in this way with the community. Now, please join me in welcoming Laura Poneran to the podium for her first chapel as your student body president.
Good morning, St. Johnsbury Academy. Today and tomorrow we will follow the Green Day schedule. Field semester students should meet in Mr. Jones's classroom, Streeter 237 after chapel. Attention all new St. J students. If you did not have the opportunity to have your picture taken with Mr. Legge, please do so today, starting between 12:30 or 1:30 or after 1:45 in the library fireside, so that we can create your ID badges. If you plan to drive to campus this semester, you need to stop by the main office to see Ms. Bimson. She will provide you with a form that you will need to bring home to have your parent or guardian sign. There is a QR code on that form to access an electronic form where you will need to put your automobile information. When you return the signature form and have completed the electronic form, you will get a parking sticker for your automobile. The school will start to enforce student parking next Monday, August 28th. Immediately after school today, all vehicles must be moved from the senior lot and the third lower lot for a special event. Athletes, please relocate your vehicles before any practices and scrimmages to other spaces outside of those two areas. Happy birthday today to Alyssa Ball, Riley Jo Shackett, and Aubriella Holden. Happy birthday. Today at 4:30, there will be a varsity football scrimmage versus Spalding High School. And now for my little piece. Good morning, St. Johnsbury Academy. It feels great to stand before you on Fuller's stage and finally get to address the school as a whole. I hope you all had a wonderful summer vacation and are feeling ready to start this new year off strong. We all have a fresh start, and I, for one, can't wait to kick off this semester. I know so many faculty and student leaders here have worked hard to make this year educational, memorable, and most importantly, fun. But to make this all possible, I do have one teeny tiny request, giving it your all. Yesterday, I stood here before the new students and gave them an overview of some of the events that make St. Johnsbury what it is. To me, St. Johnsbury Academy is a unique period in our lives that we get to spend together. It's a time that is so sweet, yet so short, and that's what makes it special. For those of you who don't know, this time last year I was studying abroad in London. It was one of the most life-changing experiences, where I met people and took classes that made me a better human being. When it was all over, I kept clinging to that experience. I kept trying to hold on to a piece of my life that wasn't my present or even my future anymore. After I finished my time there, one of my closest friends asked if I would have stayed longer. At first, the obvious answer was yes. It was 4 months of bliss and indescribable moments that I look back on almost daily. But time passed, and I came to a realization. I realized that the time I spent abroad was so special because it happened when it did. If I held off, chose another school, was in another class, maybe it wouldn't have impacted me so strongly. It was such a special set of specific circumstances that came together almost miraculously. So now, if I had the option of going back, I don't think I would say yes so eagerly. It was a special time because it was so short, and that's how I feel here as well. This is my senior year, and even though I'm afraid of the future, I wouldn't stay here if I had the choice. Our time here, right now, is special because of how short it is. My advice to you for this year is to make the most of it. Because of how quickly it goes by, take advantage of every opportunity. Each of those opportunities will change you in ways you didn't know were possible. As I said yesterday to the new students, while there are hundreds of other high schools out there, you will never ever find the exact blend of passionate students we have here. You're surrounded by people from all over the world waiting to share their stories. They're waiting to become your friend, partner, mentor. The people here will change your life, so take advantage of the time you have together, and don't be afraid to put yourself out there. After school today, we have a club and activity fair. This is the perfect time to do what I've been preaching to you today. Try something new, something unexpected, and something that will shape your time here and make it as special as mine was and still is. Thank you.
Thank you, Laura. So I realized that I did not take the opportunity to welcome our sophomores to the balcony. Can you please give them a round of applause? Welcome, sophomores. Good to see you up there. And now I'm happy to bring to the stage our assistant head for academics and student life, Manaka Hansen, to talk about her work and how we hope that you'll engage with academics and student life. Ms. Hansen? Is Ms. Hansen here? Yep, there she is.
Good morning. It's my pleasure to greet you this morning and welcome you back. I'm so happy that you're here, and as you heard from Laura and from Dr. Howell, we spent all summer getting ready for you to be back and here with us. One of the things that Laura touched on that I hope you'll think about a lot this year is, where can I find my spot? Where can I get involved? And so as you're going to the club and activity fair today, as you hear more about X-Block, the hope is that you'll really lean into the opportunities that we have for you here today. One of the things that also we hope you'll think about is how you are in community with us. And so to that end, I'd like to welcome Mr. Uri, Dean of Students, to the stage to talk to you a little bit about being in community. Mr. Uri.
Good morning. How about we give each other a high five, turn to your left, give each other a high five, boop. Turn to the other side, give each other a high five. Woo! Right, that's awesome. Nice job. So as we welcome you back, right, there's a great energy that we have in the school. And so like Dr. Howell mentioned, we've been working all summer to try to welcome you back, get ready for you all, and here we are. So we are so excited for you. So as Ms. Hansen said, my name is Dale Uri. I am the Dean of Students, right? So that means every single one of you, right, are considered an individual here, and so we'd like to make sure that you are, if you have any issues or problems, right, make sure that you chit-chat with your advisors, your teachers, your adults that are around you. All of the adults that work on campus here are here for you. So again, please make sure that if there's a bump in your road at all, as there will be, right, because there always is, make sure that you chit-chat with people to let them know. So as Ms. Hansen said, I wanted to think about, or have you think about with me, our cell phone policy, right? So you may have heard a little bit about that in the spring or over the summer or rumbling, so I just want to be clear. as to where we are with that. So the community aspect of being here is we encourage you to speak with each other face to face. And so that's why you will be allowed to use your cell phones at lunchtime in the dining hall or amphitheater. So you are not allowed to use your cell phones, including AirPods, EarPods, any other time during the day. We suggest that you turn off your cell phones and put them in your bags other than during your lunch period. So that is the expectation for you all. You did hear also the parking permits are available, so if you are driving to school, please stop by the main office and you will get a form and pick that up, and you'll get that pretty quickly. Your student IDs. We have new ones this year, a little bit new, and so we are asking that when you all get those to make sure that you bring them. It is very important. Once you get them, we'll let you know when all this is going to start. You will be expected to have them with you every day. They are your access to buildings, access to lunch in the dining hall, and entry into games, dances, and other school-sponsored events. So not having your ID card inconveniences those around us. So at some point, if you forget your ID card, we may ask you to move to the end of the line, of the lunch line, because people that have theirs, we just want to make sure the lunch lines are moving quickly, not having to stop for individuals to slow that down. So thank you very much for your efforts to be prepared and to be a responsible member of our school community. If you lose your IDs, where should you go to get them replaced? Aiden? Student Life. So please stop by Student Life. We did move around a little bit. So Student Life is where the guidance office used to be. So as you go into Colby Hall right here, where the second door on your right, the first door is a women's bathroom, so don't go in there, but it's the second door on your right. So please do that if you lose them. While I mentioned the dining hall, lunch, there is a reason that we call that space the dining hall and not the cafeteria. It is because the name dining hall is a more comfortable and relaxed and not the same as name of a place that may be less comfortable or less relaxed. It is significant space where we expect you and everyone to be as respectful and kind to others as you would be in Colby Hall or Fuller Hall. We clean up after ourselves and after others if we see something left on the table by accident. Again, thank you in advance for continuing to be a model citizen of the school. And so again, please take time today to reintroduce yourselves to everybody, but again, be thoughtful and kind to all the adults and people that are around you. So that is the hope, right? So again, thinking of our community, please keep those smiles on your face and that energy level high. So thank you very much, and I'll see you around.
Thank you, Mr. Urie. That reminds me that we've had a few changes in offices. I'll just mention them really quickly. So as Mr. Urie mentioned, the guidance office here in Colby Hall, where the guidance office used to be, is now the Student Life, Academics and Student Life office. So when you go into Colby from this door here, it's right on the right. On the left is Mr. Murphy and the guidance, part of the guidance office. So Ms. Carr is right there. And she is the one who you should go to if you have a need to talk with a guidance person. You want to go and start with Ms. Carr, because we have guidance counselors there, down the hall in Colby, and also over in Streeter. So you want to start with Ms. Carr if you have need to talk with a guidance person. There are some changes that happened in Streeter as well, and those will come out over the course of the coming weeks. But one exciting change there is that we've changed part of the beach area in Streeter into a makerspace. So it looks really cool. So if you get a chance, and is really cool. So if you get a chance, please go look at that. Mr. Urie mentioned the need for us to kind of keep our heads up and make eye contact with folks and that's one of the reasons why we're not allowing cell phones, or we'd like you to keep your cell phone in your bag for most of the day, and certainly understand that you want to maybe check it out at lunchtime, but please honor that. If you have a need to be in touch with family or in touch with anyone for any reason, please just let an adult know. And we'll help you do that. So please don't feel like you're going to be stranded here without being able to communicate with folks. And we'll connect with your parents about that too, or with your families about that as well. Do we have Mr. Lovett here today? Okay, great. All right. So I would like to invite Mr. John Lovett. He's a teacher in social studies and a support in residential life. And he's eager to help us be clear about and follow our dress code in ways that fulfill its purpose. Welcome, Mr. Lovett.
It's so good to be unified back in the space again in the fall. And I'm here to share an experience that we had yesterday and then previously over our boarding student weekend where Laura and other student leaders ran a game show introducing people to our dress code. And it was really well done. They did it with honor and with unification in mind, and they did it talking about student dress, not student bodies. They did an excellent job. And so I would say that our places and our practices unite us, and our dress code is meant to unite us, to give us the tools to be able to do the work that we're set out to do. Some of you will be baking, some of you will be in automotive, some of you will be on the job site. All of us will be in the classroom. And in the business of doing schoolwork, we ask that you dress in a certain way. And this isn't without the backing of science and research. In fact, at Northwestern University, they did a study where they asked students to dress in a white coat, first saying that it was a painter's coat to take a math test. And those students wearing the painter's coat did about as they would normally do on a math test. And then they had a new set of students come in, put them in the same white coat, but told them that it was a doctor's coat for people who were studying to be medical students or doing surgery. And those students' scores went up significantly. There was another study where people asked for advice from people in a white coat. Similar thing, one was a painter's coat, one was a doctor's coat. And we looked to uniforms for information. And so as you think about dress code, dress that is neat, clean, and appropriate for the work that you're doing, think about how it makes you feel ready to do the work that you're about to do. Think of it how it makes you look where other people know that you're ready to do the work that you're about to do. And think about being engaged from the moment that you wake up where you decide, today's going to be a day where I'm going to be an excellent student, and I'm going to look like an excellent student, and I'm going to feel like an excellent student, and I'm going to present myself like an excellent student. And as you dress for success, think about your dress code not as an imposition placed on you, but an opportunity to unite us in this school where we're here to do the business of doing schoolwork. So there are some changes in the dress code, and I ask that you work with your advisor to know what those slight changes are. But as you keep the mantra of neat, clean, and appropriate in your head, think about being ready each day to sit in these seats, come together unified in place, but also unified in purpose to be able to do the work of doing school. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Lovett. We also know that that sometimes getting prepared for to be in dress code every day can be a challenge, so please don't hesitate to speak with us about that. We have resources that are available in student life, and talk with your advisor if you have any challenges getting in dress code. We want everyone to feel comfortable with that. So as we gather here today to begin our year together, and you visit, and your alarms go off, and you visit your new classes, and you learn the rhythm of your year, your schedule. I'd like you to have in the back of your mind the theme that we have chosen for this year. It's based on our Latin motto, which is right above me here. I know some of you have heard what this means, and I hope all of you know what it means. It's semper discens. Can anyone just shout out what that means?
Always learning. Always learning.
Always learning. Thank you. I love it. Very confident. It means always learning. For a school, it's hard to imagine a better motto, or more fitting motto than always learning. And this year, it's going to be the touchstone for us for our set of priorities. If you think about the attitude that you have to be always learning, it's the one that we hope that you all will assume and that we'll all assume as we go through our lives. It means being humble, being curious, being open to new ideas and perspectives and experiences. It means making connections intellectually and personally and socially. It means that you see failure as an opportunity that is crucial. It means that you avoid making easy assumptions about things, that you are looking to learn and understand. And perhaps most important for us, it means listening to and respecting and really hearing and seeing those that we encounter, appreciating those we encounter, and really getting their perspectives. Not just imagining what their perspectives might be, but getting them, asking for them, soliciting them, considering everybody's unique situations. So that's the posture that we would like you to have and that we aim and aspire to have this year. Our challenge is to understand what we have to do to help you to do that, to be in that posture and that attitude. Our whole community needs to connect and respect each other and be fully present at the Academy this year. That is our aim. That's how we can be always learning. So there's much more about that to come. I hope it can be our mantra this year. We're dimming the lights already. Time to go. Please have a wonderful day of connecting and reconnecting with your friends and your advisors, your teachers, and with your advisory tomorrow morning. And I'll see you later in the week. Hang on, hang on. I'll dismiss you by class. But first, faculty, have a good day. Wait in your classes. Okay. Congratulations on being seniors. Seniors, have a good day.